The modern man is not aging. He is evolving. Evolution, by its very nature, leaves no room for the ordinary. There is something quietly remarkable about the Sigma male, a figure who moves through life with a rare kind of grace. While most people wear their years like heavy armor, weighed down by societal expectations and self-imposed pressures, the Sigma male seems to reverse the process effortlessly. This is not about expensive skincare routines, obsessive fitness regimens, or the desperate chase for youth. No, it runs far deeper than that. It is an internal alchemy, a way of being that defies conventional aging. Sigma males navigate existence with deliberation, calm, and almost serene detachment from the noise that exhausts most people. They do not live by anyone else's clock. They do not wake up each morning with the need to impress the world. This absence of external pressure, this refusal to perform for an audience, manifests in their very presence. Their faces lack the tension of those constantly seeking approval. Their energy is unburdened, light, even as they carry profound thoughts beneath the surface. They do not drain themselves chasing validation or fighting for attention in crowded rooms. Instead, they guard their peace with ruthless precision, carefully curating who and what they allow into their space. This is not mystery for the sake of intrigue. It is a conscious choice, a choice to prioritize growth over chaos, presence over performance. It is the art of letting go of battles that were never theirs to fight while mastering the ones that truly matter. This level of self-respect does more than cultivate a strong mind. It preserves the spirit, keeping it inexplicably young. If you are someone who has always walked a quieter path, who thinks deeply and lives simply, do not doubt yourself. You are not falling behind. You are aging differently, and that difference is your secret power. You are not merely a Sigma male. You are your own antidote to time. 1. Minimalism is not an aesthetic. It is medicine. When most people hear the word minimalism, they envision carefully staged Instagram posts, spotless rooms with neutral tones, sleek furniture, and an air of curated perfection. But for the Sigma male, minimalism has nothing to do with appearances. It is not a trend to be followed. It is survival. Sigma males understand something most overlook. Chaos on the outside creates chaos on the inside. Every unnecessary object, every unfiltered piece of noise, every open tab on your phone. These are not just minor distractions. They accumulate slowly, draining focus and silently elevating stress. This constant stimulation does not just age the mind, it ages the body. So they strip it all away. They do not live in cluttered rooms or noisy social circles. They do not collect things they do not use or fill their space with distractions. Their homes are quiet. Their schedules are simple. Their surroundings are calm. And this stillness is not emptiness. It is power. It grants the mind room to breathe, the body space to reset. For the Sigma male, minimalism is about energy preservation. It is about keeping what matters and discarding what is not. This is not about projecting a clean lifestyle for social media approval. It is about maintaining mental sharpness, emotional grounding, and physical lightness. That is the real medicine. When your environment is peaceful, your mind stops fighting against the world. Your nervous system relaxes. Your sleep improves. Your face loses its tension. You carry yourself differently. People will remark that you look younger, wondering what your secret is. They will never guess it is the empty shelf, the quiet room, the decision not to answer that unnecessary message, the silence after a long day instead of endless scrolling. For Sigma males, minimalism is not a style, it is a shield. And in a world that constantly demands more, choosing less is what keeps them timeless. 2. They age from the inside out. Here is a truth most people do not want to hear. No cream, no injection, no cutting-edge treatment can undo the damage of a stressed mind and a neglected body. This is why Sigma males seem to move through time differently. They are not obsessed with looking young. They are obsessed with being well. And that subtle shift changes everything. While the world chases shortcuts, filters, and quick fixes, Sigma males focus on quiet fundamentals, the things no one sees. They drink enough water, not because it is trendy, but because their body runs on it. They protect their sleep like it is sacred, because they know true recovery does not happen without it. They care about gut health, breathing, and rest cycles, not for bragging rights, but because these habits grant them clarity and balance. But it goes even deeper. Sigma males work on their emotions as diligently as they work on their bodies. They process pain instead of burying it. They observe their reactions instead of being ruled by them. They do not let anger fester in their chest for years. They do not carry shame like a badge. This emotional hygiene shows in their posture, their tone, their skin. Most people age rapidly because they are constantly tense, constantly rushing, constantly seeking distractions from themselves. But Sigma males, they sit with it, they deal with it, they regulate their nervous system through quiet, daily choices. It may not look glamorous, but it builds a strength that glows from within. People will ask what their secret is. The answer is not a product. It is a lifestyle. It is the power of mastering basics while the world skips over them. That is how they age from the inside out. And that is why they do not just look younger. They feel younger, because they earned it in solitude, one honest choice at a time. 3. Self-sufficiency breeds stability. Sigma males do not sit around waiting for someone else to make their life better. They have built a habit of relying on themselves, not because they distrust others, but because they know emotional independence is freedom, and freedom is the key to peace. They do not need constant reassurance. They do not depend on someone else's mood to dictate their own. They do not crumble when people leave or lose themselves in relationships. This inner stability protects them from the emotional roller coasters that drain most people. And here is a powerful part. When your emotions are not constantly spiking and crashing, your body stays balanced. You sleep better. You breathe deeper. Your stress levels remain low. And all of this keeps you looking and feeling younger. Most people do not realize that emotional turbulence takes a toll. The breakdowns from unmet expectations, the anxiety from needing constant company, the burnout from giving too much. Over time, this chaos etches itself into the face, the eyes, the way a person carries themselves. Sigma males avoid all of it by being whole on their own. They enjoy company, but they do not need it to feel complete. They can sit alone in silence without reaching for distractions. They can move through life without leaning on others for motivation or purpose. This emotional self-regulation is not just powerful, it is rare. And when you are not chasing comfort or begging for connection, you age differently. You feel lighter. You become centered. You give from overflow, not desperation. Self-sufficiency is not about isolation. It is about knowing that no matter who comes or goes, you remain solid. You remain grounded. And that steady internal rhythm, it keeps Sigma males calm, sharp, and quietly timeless. For they do not feed the ego. One of the most powerful reasons Sigma males stay youthful is simple. They do not burn energy trying to be someone they are not. They have let go of the exhausting need to prove anything to the world, while others are constantly performing, chasing praise, curating images, building personas. Sigma males are simply living, fully, quietly, as they are. They do not need applause. They do not shape-shift to be more likable. They are not addicted to being seen. And because of this, they preserve an enormous amount of energy that others waste on maintaining appearances. That energy, instead of being burned through ego-driven decisions, is redirected toward healing, clarity, and growth. Here is the truth. Performing for the world ages people. It creates pressure. It leads to burnout. It traps you in a cycle of self-monitoring, always wondering if you're doing enough, saying enough, being enough. That internal stress accumulates. It stiffens the body. It wears on the face. It clouds the mind. But when you live authentically, you are lighter. Your body is not under constant stress to uphold a false identity. Your mind is not tangled in fear judgment. Your heart beats steadier. You laugh easier. You sleep deeper. Sigma males live in that space, not because they're above it all, but because they know chasing ego is a bottomless pit. There is always another level, another person to impress, another mask to wear. They stepped off that treadmill early, and in doing so, they kept their peace and their youth. The real self runs on less fuel. It does not need validation to survive. It just needs truth. And Sigma males have built their lives around that truth. Quiet, solid, and free from the aging grip of ego. They are not trying to be impressive. They are trying to be real. And real always lasts longer. 5. They age with curiosity, not bitterness. Most people treat aging like a loss, clinging to the past, mourning their younger selves, and slowly growing bitter as time moves forward. But Sigma males walk a different path. They do not fear aging. They are curious about it, and that subtle shift changes everything. They are not looking back, wishing they were 21 again. They are not chasing some faded version of the good old days. Instead, they lean into the present with open eyes. They want to understand the phase they are in. They want to know what the season of life is teaching them. That quiet hunger to grow keeps their spirit fresh. It keeps their mind alert. And when the mind stays alive, the body tends to follow. Bitterness is heavy. It sinks into the face, stiffens the body, and steals your light. It comes from unresolved pain, unmet expectations, and the lie that the best days are behind you. Sigma males do not carry that weight. They accept that time moves forward, and they use that movement as momentum, not as a reason to shut down. They explore maturity like undiscovered territory, new thoughts, new disciplines, new levels of understanding. That sense of wonder does not fade with age. If anything, it deepens while others resist change. Sigma males invite it. They see it as part of becoming more, not losing who they were. And the effect? They stay sharp, calm, engaged. Not in the way youth tries to prove itself, but in the way wisdom quietly listens. That mindset, that refusal to grow bitter, keeps their energy light and their presence strong. Curiosity keeps you evolving. And evolution is what makes Sigma males seem untouched by time. They do not just get older, they get better. And it shows in their face, their posture, and the way they carry years with quiet pride. 6. Their soul is quiet. If you want to know why Sigma males age slower than most, stop looking at their habits and start listening for something deeper, the silence within them. While most people walk around with noisy souls, cluttered with regrets, anxieties, and unresolved emotions, Sigma males carry a stillness that is rare. Not empty, not numb, just quiet. Most people age prematurely not because of time, but because of the emotional weight they never put down. Regret about the past. Shame that was never healed. Fear of not being enough. Longing for things that never came. That noise does not just live in the mind. It shows up in the body, in the tension, in the jaw, in the tired eyes, in the hunched shoulders. The body remembers everything the soul refuses to release. But Sigma males, they face that noise early. They do the hard inner work. They question their beliefs. They confront their pain. They let go of what is not theirs to carry. They do not bury emotions under distraction or denial. They sit with them. They wrestle with them. And they find peace, not by avoiding the storm, but by learning how to breathe through it. That peace becomes part of their wiring. Their nervous system relaxes. Their breathing deepens. Their face softens. Their body moves without resistance. And over time, that internal calm becomes a kind of agelessness, a lightness, a presence you can feel. People often ask why Sigma males seem so composed, so unaffected. The answer is simple. They cleaned up the inside. They made peace with their path. And that kind of inner silence is more powerful than any external fix. A quiet soul is not a coincidence. It is a choice. And Sigma males make that choice every day, so they can live, lead, and grow without dragging the past behind them. That is what keeps them timeless. 7. They avoid emotional entanglements that drain testosterone. One of the sneakiest things that ages men faster is not poor diet, lack of sleep, or even work stress. It is emotional chaos. The kind that creeps in through unhealthy relationships, messy arguments, mind games, people who constantly take more than they give. Sigma males know this, and that is why they treat emotional entanglements like landmines. They are not cold. They are not heartless. They are strategic. Sigma males understand that toxic relationships do not just affect your mood, they mess with your biology. When your emotions are constantly pulled in every direction, your testosterone drops, your DHEA levels dip, and these are the very hormones that keep you feeling sharp, strong, and youthful. every time you get caught in unnecessary drama. Your body reacts like it is under attack. Your cortisol spikes. Your sleep suffers. Your muscles feel heavy. Your mind becomes foggy. Do this often enough, and you start to look and feel older fast. Sigma males have mastered the art of walking away early. If a connection feels manipulative, unstable, or overly demanding, they step back, not because they fear emotions, but because they respect their energy. They would rather be alone and stable than tangled up in something that chips away at their peace and power. This emotional discipline is part of what keeps them looking younger. They are not wasting hormones on conflict. They are not stuck in cycles of drama and repair. They guard their mental and physical health by choosing people wisely, and when needed, choosing distance. That kind of emotional control is rare. It is not glamorous. It is not loud, but it is powerful. It keeps their body running clean, their mind steady, their spirit light, and in a world where most men burn out trying to fix what they should have walked away from. Sigma males age slower because they refuse to let chaos live in their bloodstream. 8. Controlled exposure to the world. One of the biggest reasons Sigma males look younger is they age has nothing to do with luck, and everything to do with what they don't expose themselves to. They are not everywhere. They are not always available. And that is not by accident. It is a strategy. Sigma males understand that the world is loud, fast, and constantly pulling your attention in 100 directions. Most people are stuck in a cycle of nonstop stimulation, scrolling endlessly, watching meaningless content, surrounded by noise and chaos all day long. That overload wears people out. It steals energy. It triggers anxiety. It silently speeds up the aging process. But Sigma males move differently. They are intentional. They pick their environments with precision, whether it's the people they talk to, the places they go, or even the media they consume. Everything is filtered. Nothing gets in unless it adds value or peace. They do not let their senses get hijacked. They do not stay in toxic spaces just to be polite. They do not force themselves into situations just to be seen. Instead, they protect their peace like it is currency. Quiet spaces, nature, silence, deep focus, meaningful conversations. These are their sources of fuel. And because they are not constantly overstimulated, their body stays calmer. Their nervous system isn't fried. Their face isn't carrying years of tension. This is not about avoiding life. It is about experiencing it on their terms. And in doing so, they stay sharper, more grounded, and yes, younger. Controlled exposure to the world is not about hiding. It is about choosing. Choosing what enters your mind. Choosing who has access to your time. Choosing to live in a way that protects your energy instead of constantly draining it. That kind of discipline does not just preserve you. It builds power. 9. Stoic acceptance of pain. Pain visits everyone. The difference is in how people respond to it. Most run from it, numb it, or pretend it is not there. Sigma males? They let it in. They do not chase suffering. But when it arrives, they do not flinch. They sit with it. They listen. They learn. And because of that, pain does not break them. It refines them. Resisting pain is like holding your breath. It builds pressure, creates tension, and ages your spirit. But when you face it, when you let yourself feel it without panicking, something powerful happens. You stop carrying it. It moves through you. And when it leaves wisdom behind. Sigma males understand that pain is part of the deal. Life cuts deep sometimes. People disappoint. Loss happens. Not everything gets a happy ending. But they do not ask, why me? They ask, what now? And that shift in mindset turns pain into fuel, focus, depth. That kind of emotional maturity gives them a quiet strength. They do not carry bitterness in their body. They do not let suppressed anger rot their health. They deal with things directly, and that inner cleanliness shows in the way they age, in the way they hold themselves, in the peace behind their eyes. Most people try to escape discomfort, and in doing so, stay stuck in it for years. But Sigma males face the fire head on. They walk through it, and they come out clearer, stronger, and oddly younger. not because they were untouched, but because they allowed the pain to do its job and then let it go. There's a kind of beauty that only comes from facing the hard stuff with open eyes. Sigma males have that look, not fragile, not cold, just real, worn in all the right ways. 10. Zero tolerance for forced smiles. Sigma males have a quiet way of protecting their energy, and one of the most underrated parts of that is their complete refusal to fake emotions. They do not smile to keep others comfortable. They do not laugh when something is not funny. They definitely do not pretend to be okay when they are not. That kind of honesty does not just shape their personality. It shapes their face. Over time, most people, without realizing it, carry years of forced expressions. Smiles they did not mean. Laughter they did not feel. Polite reactions in uncomfortable situations. And that leaves a mark. The face starts to tighten. The eyes look tired. There's a quiet heaviness that builds up from constantly trying to please or perform. But Sigma males, they do not live like that. If they are happy, it shows. If they are serious, they do not hide it. They let their emotions move naturally. Nothing is staged. Nothing is forced. And because of that, their faces do not wear the tension that comes from pretending all the time. There is something freeing about that level of self-truth. It allows the body to relax. The jaw is not constantly clenched. The forehead is not always frowning in silence. They save their energy for real moments, for real reactions, and that kind of emotional honesty keeps them light. They are not rude. They are just real, and people might not always understand it, but that is fine with them. They would rather be misunderstood for being authentic than praised for being fake. This is one of the quiet reasons they often look younger. Not because they are chasing youth, but because they are not dragging around emotional masks that never fit them in the first place. Their face tells the truth, and the truth, when accepted fully, is strangely beautiful. Final words. True youth is not frozen in time. It's protected by peace. The reason Sigma males often look younger as they age has little to do with luck, and everything to do with how they live. They are not chasing youth. They are preserving what matters by cutting out what doesn't. While the world burns out trying to keep up, Sigma males slow down, aligning with what actually fuels them. Rest, clarity, solitude, self-awareness. They are not living loud, but they're living deep. They do not drain themselves, chasing trends, proving points, feeding the ego. They protect their mind like it is sacred. They filter their environment like their future depends on it, because it does, and they give their body what it truly needs: space to recover, silence to reset, truth to anchor them. If you see yourself in this, if you have always moved through life quietly, asked different questions, and valued peace more than popularity, then you are not falling behind. You are living a rare path, a path that does not just preserve youth, but builds a different kind of strength, a strength that stays calm in chaos, a strength that knows how to age with curiosity, not fear. So keep your pace, trust your instincts, speak less, observe more, and never apologize for needing less from the world. You are not here to compete. You are here to become. That is what makes you a Sigma male. And that is why you will always move through time in a way that others can't explain, but can definitely feel. Do you resonate with the ideas I shared in this video? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you're interested in more content about Sigma males, explore the other videos on this channel. Thanks for watching.